Welcome back. Twins Talk MMA, episode 9. Apologies for Ryan. He looks like absolute shit.
I am absolutely
You look
exhausted.
tired.
I'm exhausted.
Apologies if you're watching on video. But welcome to episode 9. One more, we've got to the Big 10. Should we do like a giveaway to one of our
who?
viewers?
Rory?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway. Rory will enter. Rory will get it, but we might do a giveaway for 10. Stay tuned.
They seem to be flying out. Already on episode 9. Doesn't seem that long ago since we've started. We're still absolutely dreadful, but we're getting along.
We're getting along. This isn't a new relationship.
Like
we've known each other for 26 years. We're getting along.
We're getting along. I mean, like with the episodes, we're going along with them. Like
I think we get along pretty well outside the podcast. To be honest, I think we get along pretty fine outside the podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not last night.
Why not last night?
I've noticed. Obviously, we'll talk about your fight coming up in 3 weeks. I don't know if you noticed this, but you get a bit agitated leading up to a fight. You get a little short-tempered.
I don't.
I notice it. If I'm not doing something right in the class, you're like, "Come on." I notice these things.
It's not like having a go. You're just taking it too personal. and you sometimes be too lazy.
Sometimes you have off days.
Do you like last night? You were you just seemed lazy.
Yeah, I didn't have a good performance last night, did I? You know,
your toes, is it?
Yeah, toes, my toes.
You've been banging on about your toes for about 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I get new injuries all the time.
Like what?
My toes.
That's not a new injury.
Well, it's a recurring injury.
It's been about 3 years, Carl.
Yeah, and I'm a battler. How are you feeling 3 weeks before you fight?
Yeah, even though I'm a bit exhausted today, but I feel good. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Weight's all good. You know, proper dieting now. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, all good. Confident.
I felt
got lucky.
Like on that.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm knowing what more to expect from him this time.
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident.
Good. I want to talk about a couple of fights before we get into the fights. Firstly, the King of Rio has returned. The former King of the Featherweights. The should have been King of the Bantamweights, but I'll get into that. What do you think about Aldo coming back?
Well, you say he should have been King of the Bantamweights. Well, yeah, he could have been if he actually won his Bantamweight title fight.
No, I'll get into that. I want to talk about the fight first, but I want to get into that because that always gets me going. That how they treat Aldo towards the end. But what do you think about his Martinez as his opponent?
The matchup itself is a very fun matchup, even though Aldo doesn't throw the leg kicks as much these days. I guess these days being retired, but Jonathan Martinez is a very good leg kicker. So this is a very interesting matchup. They're both like just really top strikers. I can see this both playing out on the feet. Yeah, Aldo is always wanting to keep on the feet. He just has insane takedown defense. Martinez, I can see him just keeping it on the feet as well. I can just see. I'm interested to see how good Aldo is because Aldo was still at the top before he left. Obviously, he lost against Merab. Wasn't the most fun fight. He was practically get the head against the cage the whole time. Obviously, I love Merab, but it is what it is. That fight was what it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was like, oh, the pay-per-view's a bit dead with just the flyweight title fight. Let's just give Aldo a bunch of money and bring him back. It's also Aldo, he has one fight left on his contract, even though he retired beforehand, he still has one fight left, so maybe this is his way of just being a free agent. Or he could just be like, right, my last fight, I lost a very boring decision.
Yeah.
Let's just go out at Rio, have a fun striking matchup, have one last fight. So I'm interested to see how Aldo turns up, but hopefully we see the best Aldo.
Yeah, I think Martinez will struggle with the leg kicks. Um, you you can't. It's very hard to leg kick a Brazilian. You know, they just
Yeah,
like kick the leg back. They just
yeah.
like curl the leg, and they just. Yeah, I think I can see Aldo winning that one. I saw Cruz was rumored, but he turned it down,
Oh,
which
did
was
Cruz turn it down?
I think so. Or he might not
Oh,
be as ready in time, or
that would have been a fun fight.
I think you got if he wants to fight after, I think you should do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think it's just them bringing them back for real. The Murad fight was a hard one to take because I've never forgiven the UFC for giving TJ the title shot over.
What
Because
was the reason?
Beat Rob Font when Rob Font was like one fight away. Like Rob
What
Font
did
was in.
TJ do? Oh, TJ beat Sandhagen. I know it was a
Well,
very
I thought
close
Sandhagen
decision,
won
but the facts, he beat Sandhagen.
pre Sandhagen, and I just thought Aldo's a legend, and I thought he was perfect for Sterling. I thought he would have beaten Sterling.
Yeah,
He's got
like
one of the best takedown defenses. You know, he should have got a title shot at bantamweight. He did against Yan, but yeah,
yeah, like you always say this, he did. He did get it. I'd have liked to see Aldo Sterling. I think that would have been a good matchup for Aldo. Not saying he would have won, but it would have been a good matchup.
mm.
We keep banging on about, Aldo. I wish Aldo got a title shot. He did, and he got finished,
And then I wanted
but he
another one
dominated.
because he would have beaten Sterling and then just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah,
And then they give him a rab
I'm
on
excited for him to come back
in
though,
altitude. Yeah,
because obviously the pay per view kind of needs it because it isn't confirmed as the main event, but the only title fight on the card so far is Pantoja. Obviously, everyone was looking for an opponent. Could be Moreno, but he lost. Could be Royval, but he beat Royval 5 months ago, and it was a
mm.
dominant decision. Manel Karp missed weight. Albazi's injured. Kai Kara France, no. There was only two options. Makayev. Well, to be honest, there wasn't really any options. People were thinking Makayev, but then it didn't. It wasn't a great performance. It wasn't like a dominant
No,
performance. And then Steve Erceg comes out of nowhere, gets an insane finish on Match Now. Like
yeah,
fair play
beautiful
to him.
hook.
But Pantoja versus Steve Erceg for the flyweight title, which this is like one of the. I don't want to disrespect the guy, but this is one of the least deserving title shots ever. And it's not even one where like, oh, it's a big star that gets quickly pushed
It's
up.
not like Romero on a 2 fight losing streak, but it's still Romero. It's like
Yeah, like it's not like a big star where it's like, all right, he doesn't deserve it, but he's a big star. Who
it's
the
Steve.
fuck's Steve Erceg?
Well, even when we were making the picks for that card, you were like, "I'm gonna go with my man Steve. I don't know much about him, but I'm gonna go with my man
Yeah,
Steve."
I was like, I don't know much about him,
And
and
now 3 months later, he's getting a title shot.
and it's like that. He had a very insane knockout against Match Now, and that kind of like it looks good, doesn't it? But
mm.
I'm looking at his record.
I think he's only won 3 in a row in the UFC. I think 3-0 in the UFC. I think
Well,
Makayev.
but he's 12-1.
Mm,
Yeah,
he's 3-0.
he's 3-0 in the UFC. Two decisions against people I couldn't tell you who they are,
And
and
then
then
the
obviously
one
that
against
knockout against
Marshall.
Matt Snell.
I think Makayev's going to be gutted because he should have been there. He's the one that's undefeated. He's the one that's 6-0. Like that shows how bad of a performance that he had. All he needed was a good performance, and he would have got the title shot.
Yeah,
The
I
fact that
don't think he's
guy,
ready though.
oh, he's not ready, but I don't think Steve's ready either. But Makayev should have got the title shot, but it just showed how underwhelming his performance was. Now, I
Yeah,
think he's calling for Roy Val in Manchester. That'd be a good fight, but yeah, let's see if Steve can do it.
obviously talk more about it, and I'm going to look at some of Steve's past few fights. I've only seen that match now because it was the most recent one.
Mm.
But
There's
yeah,
a
it's crazy, and it just seems like that's probably why Aldo's on. There's been quite a few fights
uh,
confirmed for that card, isn't there?
yeah. You didn't see the Sean John Lucas fight. It was on a prelim a few cards ago. You know the guy who walked out, and it was the slowest walkout in UFC history, and it was in the Apex,
Right.
and he just walked forward and just took the guy out. He was so fun to watch. He just didn't give a bollocks, didn't care about defense, just walked out and just took him out. And he's a very exciting fighter. But yeah, it looks like a decent card.
It's like it's. I think there's a Brazilian in every fight.
Mm,
Um, Obviously, you got Michel Pereira fighting. He looked very good last weekend.
yeah, yeah,
Anthony Smith, Vitor Pacino. You've got Jack Shaw against Wanderson Brito. Paul Craig against Chao Barallo. There's a few good fights, but it's not a strong pay per view. But when you're stuck in the middle, well, when
mm,
you've had 298, 299, and 300 back to back to back,
mm,
302 Abu Dhabi's probably that's going to be stacked. An international fight week after that, it's going to be stacked.
yeah,
Can't
yeah.
complain when you've got all these stacked pay per views. You've got to have one of quite a bit of
No,
shit
but
in the
I
middle.
don't see it buying well at all. At all.
Like
Who?
Aldo, putting Aldo on is like a big jump, but apart from that,
Yeah, the Anthony Smith one is a little surprising. I thought his opponent looked okay against Pedro, but he started off very slow
hmm,
and then just turned it on in the last round. If he has to win that, doesn't he?
Anthony Smith,
I
yeah,
don't
he's not
think
on that good.
I never like saying to people for retire, but if he doesn't get a win in that one, I think there's no point fighting.
Yeah,
There's no point taking the damage at that point.
do you still
Uh,
think he'll win the title? You had him as a pick last year.
I don't know as a pick because I'm a supporter. Believe you me, Ryan. So no, I don't think I don't think he still won the title. I think he definitely should have took the Khalil Roundtree fight,
Hmm.
but yeah, let's hope he gets a win in this one. I've seen rumours of Costa Leite if they want
Just
to try and stick Costa on that card. They're just
Just
rumours. They're
delete
not.
it. Delete it. Just won, hasn't
Yeah, yeah, he won. It was the card before the Hermanson win.
he? Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I think you should put Costa on the card because you need some. He's a fairly big star.
mm,
Yeah, you need to like beef up that card. I think he should
I'd
be on the
like
card.
Costa Strickland. Obviously, Whitaker's there, but if you want to really put some interest in that card, Costa Strickland would do great.
Nah, I think Whitaker Strickland. I think that's the fight.
Yeah, that'd be the ideal
I
fight.
really want to. I really want to see that fight. I think that's
Mm,
the perfect fight. It's a number one contender. They're both at the top. They're both being champion. Both lost
mm.
it. Yeah, I think Whitaker Strickland's the perfect fight. But I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
Costa, obviously Costa. I'm still interested in Costa Chimaev. I think Costa's a tough fight for Chimaev, but obviously I think Chimaev's going to fight Abu Dhabi. I don't think he'll be fighting in Brazil.
No, I think it's America he struggles to fight at, but yeah,
No, but
yeah,
I think they'll still want him on that Abu Dhabi card
yeah, yeah.
or Saudi Arabia card. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he could even be main event still on that card. We have no knowledge on that card really.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a pay per view
Is it even?
or.
Yeah, it's not confirmed as a pay per view. They will
But I
want to
think it
stack
might
it.
be because if they want Islam fighting on it, I think it'll be a pay per view. But
Mm.
Saudi could just send a bunch of money and just do a stacked fight night. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we started the MMA talk with Aldo, and there was one rematch I've always wanted we never got. Aldo Connor. What are your thoughts on? I don't know if you've seen this. I didn't see his interview. I saw clips, but
It
just the last
was
few weeks of not even the last few weeks, the last couple of years of it just seems of I don't know if it's him wasting his prime or the UFC wasting, but what do you think of like the shit show I'll call it recently?
when that's because obviously we don't really know. We're just looking on the outside. But what I think is, like, I did watch that interview. I know you only seen clips, but it was only like an 8 minute interview anyway. It was
Mm.
practically just clips. But he seems frustrated. Like, he generally seems like he wants to fight. And I don't, like, there was a period in 2020 when obviously COVID was happening. He fought in January and then wanted to stay active. But I think the UFC did want him to fight because he couldn't fill up arenas.
But you
So it
know
was like,
his three names that he asked for. It
What?
was Usman, Masvidal, or Anderson Silva. So yeah, he wanted
No,
to
but I mean,
fight,
like,
but
no, but I don't know. I thought, like, I think I've seen it somewhere that he was wanting to fight, but I guess that was the reason. But
mm,
now, like, I don't get it. Like, wow, it seems like the UFC want him to fight at the perfect moment, at the perfect time, and they haven't like found it.
mm.
But why wouldn't you? Why would you not? He's 35 now.
He'll be
He's
36
past
in
his
July.
yeah, he's past his prime. He's still hopefully still like at his not at his top, but you know what I mean. He can
Mm.
still be one of the best in the division, but you can still have a lot of good fights out of him. You get Chandler, Poirier quadrilogy. It's there. Diaz trilogy. Like there's big fights for him. I don't understand why it's not getting booked. UFC 300 was perfect. Um, but then there's also the Roadhouse movie. Maybe it generally is like, well, we're not booking him now. He's not training because he's been doing all the promotional stuff.
Mm.
But if he doesn't get booked for June 29th, it just seems perfect. Yeah, I don't get it because Dana's coming out and saying, "Oh, he's probably not going to fight again. He's got so much money." It's not like he's not like promoting him. That he's not promoting him well.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
it seems like he doesn't want to. I don't know what's going on there. And yeah, I understand with the Roadhouse stuff. He's probably in my mind. That interview, that clip I saw, where he's like, "If I don't get a fight booked soon, I'll go back to not training and drinking, basically."
Hmm.
So it seems in the last couple of years he's wanting a fight, doesn't get one, thinks, "Oh, fuck it, I'll just go back to drinking, other things I won't accuse him of," and then it's just this routine, and it's just yeah, it's a shame that he's just. I can't think of any sportsman that's wasted their prime more than him.
Yeah,
Um,
like
but
McGregor Mayweather was fun. It was a bit of fun, but I think that completely like just put a halt because he was coming off that performance against Eddie Alvarez, which I think is still one of the best title fight performances ever from like a
definitely,
challenger at
yeah,
least. And then yeah, it's just gone downhill.
it's
But
crazy that GSP has won a title fight sooner than Conor has.
yeah, I
That's
think
how long ago it was.
if it doesn't, him and Chandler doesn't get booked for June, it's like, and Chandler's sick as well. He's been waiting fucking ages, just
I think
holding out for this fight.
you
I
can't
really
do
want him
a
to get it because he's
yeah
been waiting because he's wasting his prime as well.
yeah he's getting on a bit, isn't he? Because he wasn't young when he went in the UFC.
Hmm.
Um, I think if you're doing Ultimate Fight, you have to have a fight booked because the
Yeah,
fact that they
exactly.
did it a year ago and now it's still.
Like
But
like they're doing another Ultimate Fighter now with this 11 fought,
yeah, yeah,
which I don't think is going to do well because honestly I don't think McGregor Chandler Ultimate Fighter did like as well as expected.
no, no.
I don't know how many people was tuning in for a Grasso Shevchenko Ultimate Fighter. I don't. The Ultimate Fighter just doesn't seem that. I
Did you?
haven't been enjoying it. I watch clips. Like I didn't
Hmm.
watch last year's. I just watched clips on Instagram. I don't.
I watched it and then I watched the last one before that was DC Stipe, and I think that was the first fight between them.
Right.
So yeah, I haven't really watched it in a while. But yeah, I hope he gets the fight booked because you're just wasting him.
Yeah.
And the UFC hasn't got a lot of stars right now. You don't know how many fights Izzy's got. I think Pereira's 37. Sean O'Malley isn't as big a star as I think some people think. Poirier's got a couple of fights. Like, yeah, it just seems a
There's a
waste
few
in it.
people at the top. There's like I don't see Izzy having that many more fights.
No,
Jones probably one.
definitely
Poirier's probably
one.
gonna have a few. All the stars are gonna. Obviously, the stars are gonna come up. It's the UFC. They're always gonna have stars.
Mm.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. But the few bigger stars right now, I think I'm gonna go soon.
Yeah, yeah. And especially, yeah, everything that he's done. Just let's see the fight before it's too late. Because you
Yeah, and
love him, you
that's.
hate him. It's always an exciting fight.
But I think it's gonna be an exciting rest of the year. I think there's gonna be the cards are going to be stacked.
Hmm.
Not as stacked as this weekend's been. What do you think about the past weekend's fights?
Uh,
To be fair, right, it was a decent little card.
they always are, aren't they? They always
On
are.
paper, it was kind of dead, but it was a decent little card. We'll start from the top. Tybura to Ivasa. I
Hmm.
thought Ty started well. He cut him, and it
Hmm.
was a decent little cut. I thought, right, Ty's going to take this because I think I picked him. He's going to get the first round knockout. Ty to Ivasa is back,
Hmm.
and then Tybura slipped under a hook and took him down, and it was just game over from then. It was a struggle. You know it was a struggle to get the finish on Ty. Like that, he had that rear naked choking for a while. Ty wasn't
Hmm.
giving up. Well, yeah, that was. I think it was the third rear naked choke on the main card, but yeah, Tybura got the finish, and I think Ty's in a very, very tough position because he's not like a big star, but he's a star, isn't he? Like he's
You need
known.
names in the heavyweight
He's a fan
division.
favorite, but his fourth finish, like lost by finish, I can't speak properly.
A
He's
four
lost
loss
by finish,
streak.
yeah, by finish. It's like the other three: Cyril Gahn, Pavlovich, even Volkov still up at the top. You can say, but now he's going down the ranking, still getting finished. It's not looking too good for him.
No, it started off great with the walkout song. Love that.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't want to. He's a great fighter, but I mean, I've always said I don't think he's ever been a top heavyweight. I know he was in the top five ranking, but I said at the time he's not a top five fighter. And I picked Tybura by submission in the second round. I thought it would have lasted until the second, but yeah, I thought whenever it went to the ground, I watched Tybura Walt Harris last week, and I thought the fight would be very similar.
Mm.
You know, bit of worry on the feet, but he'll eventually get him to the ground. And just Ty has not much of a ground game. I saw the Volkov fight last week as well, and he's just not good at all.
Mm.
There's not much. I don't want to say not much technique there, but it's similar to Derek Lewis, where he uses his size a bit to get out of positions.
Obviously, he's not top five and that, but I still
Mm.
rate him highly as a striker. But
Yeah,
I think they're going to striker. I think they're going to Australia in August. Apparently, that's
yeah. Give
what
him
he
a
just
rest
said.
and give him
So I
a nice
think
striking
just
match up there.
yeah, fun little striker match in Australia. Then yeah, just see how it goes. And then with Tybura, I think he's still.
He's a
Uh,
top 10 ranked, but he's never gonna.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was just a fight against him on the 10th ranked. If you beat one of them, you could maybe push towards the top five. But yeah, Tybo, he was on a 3 fight losing streak before this, wasn't he?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it was one of them main events. The co-main was that was a shame. Uh, Brian Battle looked amazing, just handedly winning the fight, and then the eye poke, which had a bit of controversy because it looked like he just wanted out. People say like he didn't want to
Yeah,
continue, and then after the fight, then he starts talking to Brian Battle and that promo that he did. That it sounded, I could never do that. I was thinking, imagine me trying to give a promo. I just I'll be useless, just mumbling. No one could fucking understand what I'm saying. But no, I thought it looked very good. What do you think of
well, we've
this?
got a podcast here, Carl. Hopefully, you can speak a little bit. Hopefully,
I'll do my
you can
best.
improve on that a little bit. We are trying to run a podcast here.
Yeah, what do you think of the fight?
Yeah, I thought Brian Battle, he looked strong. His combos were looking good. I thought, yeah, Brian Battle's going to take this win. Maybe even get the finish. And then just unfortunate eye poke. And it's like he did take the full 5 minutes. I think it was like a minute and a half. He was like, yeah, I can't continue. I can't see.
Mm.
But then after, obviously, we don't know, and you know, I
You
think
always
if
want to give the
AI
benefit of
is,
the doubt.
yeah. But like, just like after the fight, he's arguing with Brian Battle, and he looks fine. And
Mm,
he's like, I
mm,
just, yeah, it did look. He could. You obviously got to give him the benefit, and
mm.
he's looking better as well. I think
He looked really good.
maybe his last fight or something didn't look too great, or maybe it was the fight before. I'm not sure. It was like I think he still won,
Mm.
but even though he didn't get the win, I think his stock still rises, and I think this probably does it better, to be honest. Like because that got more notice, the actual no contest, and like you said, the promo afterwards. I think
Mm.
this does him well, to be fair, even though he didn't get the win.
Yeah, I don't want to see the
I'm not bothered
rematch.
about running it back though. I
Yeah,
don't think we need to see it run it back.
but I would like to see him fight, closer to the rankings. Ponzinibbio, maybe a Neo Magny might be too high, but
Yeah, I don't know about
um,
like that far up, but yeah, I
no,
could see him moving up.
yeah, because it's a very fun fight, but yeah, a rematch doesn't need to happen. Obviously, I think we both picked Brian Battle, didn't we? But
Yeah,
no contest.
yeah. Obviously, the fight next. OSP was a big underdog going in. Um, he's
That
40
shocked
now.
me.
That was his 26th UFC fight, the most in the light heavyweight division. Against Kennedy, I think it was like a minus 400 favourite or something like that,
Mm.
crazy. And it looked very fucking good. It was a close fight. It was a very fun fight. Um, how did you score it?
I think the third round was the only definitive round where it was OSPs.
Yeah,
Um, and I think the second had OSP, but the
yeah.
first and second were very, very close. I
I thought
was,
I thought pretty much all three rounds were close. I think I edged it to OSP,
mm,
but I wasn't like scoring it like properly scoring
mm.
it. I
I mean,
just
the
thought it
third
was.
round he had a lot more
Oh, I
strikes
dropped him with the
landed.
uppercut, didn't he? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I was very shocked in Kennedy's performance.
Mm.
I like how we both calling him Kennedy and not attempting his last name, but
Nazet
uh,
Chekwu.
smashed it. Yeah,
Nazet
him.
Chekwu.
Okay.
I think that's right. It sounds
Yeah, yeah.
similar.
Well, Kennedy's performance, yeah, I, there's a reason why he was like a minus 450 favorite or something. His last few fights, he's looked very good. Started off strong. OSP has not been on a good run. He's 40 years of age now. I expect the first round finish,
Mm.
but yeah, OSP ran the clock back.
Yeah,
His left hook looked very good. He was catching him a lot with that. The commentators were saying, with the stance switches, um, it's sometimes when you get a southpaw v southpaw, it's very rare you get that in training. Never mind in fighting, so that messed him up a bit. But yeah, I think it might have been a one-off bad performance from him. I still expect a
yeah,
good performance from Kennedy next time.
yeah. He's still very good. But the fight before that, Christian Rodriguez, Isaac Bulgarian, I thought that was a very good fight. I thought they were both fairly high level, and it just. I thought they got the decision wrong though. I had Isaac Bulgarian winning. Um, Obviously the first round they gave Isaac a 10-8, which it
Mm,
was just a dominant round for him. He nearly got the finish a few times. I think he had a Peruvian necktie, and it was
mm.
just dominant. And I thought the second round was clear for Isaac Bulgarian as well. Like I thought, obviously it was closer, but from watching it, I thought Isaac clearly got the second as well. So I was like, Cristiano Rodriguez has to get the finish in the third,
Mm.
and then Bulgarian just constant squeezing. It just seemed like at 27, 10-8 rounds. So it was
It's,
all decided on that second, and I
it,
thought Bulgarian got it.
yeah, especially when it was a very grappling heavy fight. You rarely get 10-8 when it's very grappling heavy nowadays.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I thought Bulgarian won the first two rounds. Even if you get the third round at 10-8, he still won. So I assume
but
they all
if you
gave
give
him.
the first round a 10-8 as well.
Yeah, yeah. Assume they gave Rodriguez the second.
No, Bulgarian the second.
Oh no, but the judges.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Rodriguez.
like
Yeah, yeah,
two of the judges gave Rodriguez the second, so it was a split decision.
yeah. But I thought Bulgarian won, but you can't take too much. Like you can't blame the
He
judges
tried to
too
go for the
much.
finish, like he did very well. He tried to go at the finish and then just gassed out in
Yeah, I
third
don't think you
round.
can play. I don't think you can blame the judges too much. I think he's got to work on his cardio. I know he was pushing heavy in the first round especially, but you can't look like that in the third round. Like
Yeah,
he looks so gassed.
I think it's just the output he did. Like, but I think both of them would look like I didn't know too much about them before this fight,
Mm.
but I think they were both like showed very good promise, and like they could have if they keep working like that, keep getting better, they can be very successful in the UFC careers.
Yeah, especially in a division where there's a few stars at the top, but 10 to 15, it's
Yeah,
a lot of fighters on the way out.
nah,
Barboza, and so in a couple of years' time they could push for that. But
yeah. I'm
yeah, I
gonna.
think Duggarin's got to work on his cardio. You can never look at that in the third round because
Yeah,
a
but you
little bit
say
more
that
dangerous opponent.
he just had insane output. Like he just didn't get the finish.
I
I
know
know you
he's.
obviously work on his cardio, and he could more work on his patience, I guess. Like
Mm,
work on his output, but I don't think it's so much like oh he has shit cardio. It's just
I'm
his
not saying.
output was
Yeah, I didn't
insane.
say bad cardio. But you just can never look like that because a little bit more dangerous guy would have finished him.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, it looked good. It looked good. Who's your pick for that one?
I'm not sure. I
Not
can't
sure.
remember because I put him on verdict, but
Mm.
verdict unless a fight got pulled out and that was meant to be on the prelims. I'm not sure, but I have no pick selected, so I generally have no idea, and I can't be asked. I can't be asked to go back last episode, so
Well, we got to do
I'll
this
just
picks, Ryan. We got to.
I'll take a loss. I'll take a loss for it. I might have got it right. I might not have. Fuck
Mm.
knows.
I
I
picked
might have got it
Rodriguez.
right, but I can't be asked to
And
come back.
that's
So
hand on my
I'm
heart.
too far ahead. I can take a loss. It's all good.
That's hand on my heart. I picked Rodriguez. Roy can back me
Huh?
up. Roy watched it. Roy can back us
What?
up. I picked Rodriguez. Hand on my heart.
Yeah. You need some
Um,
points anyway. Have it.
I think I
Enjoy
need
it.
some points.
Because you're fucking so far behind.
Well, anyway, I picked Panik Janzad, so I haven't got a point for the next fight. I know you picked Macy,
Who did I pick? I did pick Macy, yes.
so that's a point for you. And then
Well,
I
we'll
think,
talk about that quickly. I thought Macy looked very good.
mm,
Obviously, I wasn't too excited about this fight. They both didn't win for like 2 years. But it was a very fun fight. And it was third rear naked choke on the main card.
mm.
Macy's right now 6 or 7, close to a title shot. That division's so dead, isn't it?
Yeah,
She looked very good. I don't want to hate on her. It's just who was like she's 1 or 2 away from a title shot, and who knows? Messi, Chase. I know I've
there's a,
hated, but it's like
it's been quiet on that division for you haven't heard it. You haven't heard a dime,
yeah, like I'll
anything.
see like the top 10. I'm like, who the fuck's that?
You haven't heard like anything from that division. And we said at the start of the year, we said that's what you need. You need fights and fights
Yeah,
to keep
to
it
be fair,
exciting.
Messi she looked good.
Mm,
So let's hope hopefully this is just like she hasn't got a win for 2 years. She had some time out. She was talking about it. She's just improved.
mm.
So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully she's
Well, at
just
least she's
turned
got a
into a
fan in
killer.
you. Right, Gerald
Mercy was
Mershaw.
one of. I only got 2 predictions right. Mercy and Mishat, and
Yeah,
he looked very good as well. I think I was fairly confident in this pick.
yeah, you were, yeah.
because I just thought he is a very good grappler. Like, he's a very high level grappler. Like, he's had like 9 rear naked chokes and 7 guillotines in his career.
10 now.
Yeah. Those numbers could be wrong, but they're kind of similar to that. But he's
Yeah.
a very high level grappler, and that's Barberina's weak point. Obviously on the feet, again, they were both southpaw, so the striking was a bit. Well, we're not used to this, because
Yeah.
there's southpaws to orthodox. There's a lot more orthodox fighters. Southpaws usually, used to orthodox.
Mm.
So on the feet, it wasn't a bit too much, but then Joe Mishaw just took him down. It seemed like almost every time, and it was almost inevitable that he was going to get the finish.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had the Robbie Lawler fight in my head, and and the Chimaev fight in my head. I didn't look too much in this fight. I just thought, yeah, I think I can see Barberina being quite worrying for him on the feet, but his takedown defense didn't look good at all, did it?
No.
Um,
I just thought, yeah, Mishaw looked very, very good.
But I think picks wise, I got Ty Burr, and I got Rodriguez, so I got 2, which
you got 2.
I was very confident in the main event. So I was thinking I can get this done. But yeah, I got 2.
Right, Carl. This was my I had to pick off. I probably picked Rodriguez to win, but I'm taking that as a loss. And then I did shit. This was your chance to get a few points in the bags. What happened?
Well, what happened was, I don't know.
Go on. What, you couldn't think of an excuse?
It is what it is. It's only March.
Yeah.
We got a lot more weeks coming.
I am 8 ahead though.
Yeah, well, that 8 could be 6 after this weekend. That 6 could be 4. You're just going to give it time. I would love to see this energy in July. Speak to me in July, halfway of the year.
We need to think of a thing at the end of the year.
Well, if you keep bullying me like this, I'm just not going to think of one. If you're going to be loads ahead,
I need to think of one.
Yeah, you need to think of one.
Because you've already lost.
It's only 8.
Yeah, it's a lot. 8 ahead.
Listen, if you have a really bad fight night and I have a really good one, that could be 3 in a week.
I'll still be 5 ahead.
No, I mean, 5 wrong for you, 5 right for me. That could be 3 in a week.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen, is it? Well, think of it, because you can't be like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I can't do this just because you're 8 ahead.
That'd be such exciting podcasting, wouldn't it? That'd be a great show. Should we do this? No, not for me. That'd be a barrel of laughs.
But I can't be like, oh, this is a punishment, or this, you've got to do this. You've got to do it. You can't be like, oh, well, no, you're 8 ahead. Let's do something different. We should have fucking done this at the start. Because I feel like you're just going to back out with a load of shit because winner gets £100.
What?
Yeah,
Stop. What? That's not entertaining for the podcast.
It's entertainment for me.
What, you think all the fans would just want to see me on my phone transferring you £100? What kind of fucking... I'm not doing that.
Why?
What a stupid punishment. What?
Why is it stupid?
It's got to be at least good viewing for the podcast. It can't just be semi £100.
Alright, £100.
It's a bit excessive.
£100 and a chip.
I'll happily do the chip. You know what I'm like with hot food.
Yeah,
I'm fucking boss. I eat in Madras comfortably. Comfortably. I wanted to ask you a little tangent from that last fight.
Go on.
With Southpaw v Southpaw. How do you deal with Southpaw, do you think? Because
there isn't a lot of Southpaws at the gym. There's Lucas, and he's very good.
Maybe it's because I'm pretty shit then. There's a few people that go Southpaw with me. Who probably aren't even Southpaw. I think, you know what, this guy's a bit shit. I'm gonna test going Southpaw.
I like to switch stances. I
I
do
hate
think,
it.
but do you?
I can't. The left body shot is not much of a shot when you're fighting a southpaw and you're orthodox. You,
I
you,
do things, but I do
your switch
certain
lead
things
kick is
better.
not much. I don't like it. Stop it.
But I have like holds like I'll stand in more of a karate stance if I switch southpaw. It just
Mm.
I don't know why. And I'm susceptible to leg kicks. I'm not gonna switch in my fight. I don't think
Well, you bet not
because I'm
now.
not.
He's just heard your weakness in
Well,
southpaw, Ryan.
I'm just not as good at defending takedowns in southpaw.
Mm.
Just because I'm not. But
Yeah, yeah.
I might do a couple of times.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fight night 241. I think is the name. The next fight night.
I think we're close to 100 apexes.
This one ain't Apex, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, the Blanchfield one's not Apex.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
think this one is, yeah.
I mean, the fun. I don't these. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
we've
very
had
excited for the main
bangers.
event.
I was hating on it last week, wasn't I? But
They're always fun.
I'll still hate on it. But you need some dead. You're gonna have dead cards. You can't have constant bangers all the time. Because then when all the bangers come round, like obviously we're gonna have shit cards. Even though last
Mm.
week was a decent card, these cards are gonna end up probably decent. Like they're gonna be fun fights.
I mean that the
But
flying knee we got a couple of weeks ago. Oof.
yeah, like you're gonna have some shit cards, and then the UFC 300 is gonna and it's gonna go boom.
Mm.
Every fight on that card's a banger. So yeah, fuck it. We'll just have to power through these few weeks. But there's a few fun fights. I am interested in Ibas Namajunas.
I
Obviously
will.
Rose is coming off the loss again to Manon,
Mm.
which was a close fight. She looked good. I think strawweight's still probably the best weight class for Rose, but I think she can still be successful at flyweight.
Mm.
Like definitely, like I think she's still one of the best.
She's having
Um,
one of the most strangest fight decisions I think ever. The fact
what
that
just gone?
she's clearly a strawweight. She doesn't cut that. She didn't cut much that weight anyway for strawweight, and she's fighting 10 pounds heavier when she's got two wins over the champion.
Yeah, I think she just
So,
wants something new. Like,
but you could always
yeah,
make that fight.
but she could fight Weili Zhang for the third time and become strawweight champion again. Maybe she's just like not that interested. Maybe she just wants extra new challenges.
Yeah, but if she loses this one, you're thinking
I think
you
this
just
is a
go down
winnable
bloody
fight for her.
strawweight.
Amanda
Oh
Ribas
yeah.
is coming off that loss against Missy.
Mm. She's been
Um,
finished a few times, hasn't she? Obviously, I remember the Herb Dean mishap
sorry,
with
she's
her.
coming off a win. Finished Luana Pinheiro last year. I don't remember that. I
Mm.
thought Barbara was the last fight. But yeah, I think this is a winnable fight for us.
I think she was losing that fight, and then she turned
Got
on.
the finish. Yeah, I do rate
Yeah.
Ribas. She is very good. Uh, she's always been good on the ground, and she's developed a very strong stand-up game. But I just think Rose is Rose. I just think she's going to be too much for her. I think she might probably like get a very dominant decision. She might even get the finish. But I could
Mm.
see it like a 49-46 Rose, even maybe a 50-45. I can just see a very good performance from Rose.
Yeah, I think any strawweight, any flyweight she fights, I'm picking Rose. It's just I have to pick
Yeah,
Rose to win. Yeah, I think a 5 round experience. I think I can see her winning comfortably. I think it's a
yeah.
big step down between her and Manon. All respect to Hebaz. And yeah, I mean, her past in the UFC might jump her to a title shot, even though she's lost at flyweight already. Um, so hopefully she gets on a bit of a run together. But she has been in the UFC for a long, long time.
Who
Like,
Rose?
yeah, she fought for the first strawweight title ever on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah,
She
she's
won the
still only
strawweight
31.
title
You know,
when
like she's not like too old. She's still 31.
she's had a long career. Like, she won the
Yeah,
title when GSP and Bisping fought. So she's had a long, long career. Yeah, I've got Rose by decision.
yeah. I picked Rose. Justin Taffer and Carl Williams. Obviously, Justin Taffer was meant to fight.
Junior.
If it's Justin.
I've got Junior here.
No, Justin.
All right, Verdict got Junior. I don't even know which one. Which one's
Wait, has Verda got Junior?
Verdict's got Junior. But I've loaded up on the actual card and it
Yeah, I
says
did on.
Justin.
Yeah, just. Well, who fought? No, because.
I don't know. One guy pulled in for
Because,
one guy
yeah,
fought.
Justin was meant to fight. Justin was meant to fight a few weeks ago, and on the day Junior weighed in, or like on the Friday, Junior weighed in and
Mm.
fought instead. So
Oh,
Justin is the one fighting because I don't think Junior will be fighting a few weeks later. I think it's just yeah. Marcos Roger de Lima beat Junior Taffa.
either way,
So
I
now
got
it's
I got Carl Williams.
so
Either
Justin
way,
is fighting. Um, why? Why have you got Carl Williams?
I think he's been pretty decent in the UFC. Obviously, it was his brother fighting, but I didn't think his brother had a good performance. Um, so I've got Carl Williams. I think the fight against Muhammad Usman that, but now I realise that that was Junior, not Justin. But yeah, I've got Carl Williams. I think he can take it.
Yeah, well, I think Justin
Because
Taffa.
what did he? Was it an injury or illness or what was the reason? It was
I'm not
injury on
too
the
sure.
day.
I can't remember.
Hmm.
But I'll pick Justin. Carl Williams. He's fought twice in the UFC, both decisions. I think Justin will just catch him with something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just think Justin just like that, you know, look for the walk off KO.
Hmm.
And I'm just picking him. I just think he might get it. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's not like a big confident pick, but yeah, I'll go with Justin.
I still don't know who's fighting, but we'll see. I'll find out on Sunday morning.
Yeah, it could be any one of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Edmund Sharbazian. Who have you
yeah,
got?
there was a point where he was like the next big thing, wasn't he?
Yeah, then Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson does that a lot. He did it down until with his when he had a decent little run at middleweight, and he's done it with quite a few people. Derek
Yeah,
Brunson, and that was quite a vicious fight for Edmund. That was similar to Frankie Edgar and Yair Rodriguez.
yeah,
Um, but
yeah. So Resin's been quite up and down as well
he's been
recently.
around a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
Was he with Rousey's? I know Rousey was a big advocate of him. Was he with Rousey's former coach?
yeah. Coach, yeah,
With
yeah.
the
He was undefeated till he fought Brunson, and then he's 4 losses out of his last 5.
mm,
Um, it's yeah, he's still quite because he fought like I think it was his 2 fight score where he
mm.
got the finish, and he looked very fucking good, and it was like all right, Shabazian's back. And then his last fight, he got TKO'd. Um,
I've got Edmund. I think Edmund can get the finish because his losses recently are
yeah,
against good competition.
yeah, I'll
You got
pick
Imanev that
Edmund as
fought
well.
recently, Brunson, Jacobmanson. He's one of them fighters that his losses are high level fighters, and I don't think he's fighting someone that is going to be in the top 10 in Dusko. So I've got Edmund.
No, Dusko's kind of up and down as well. He's lost, quite a lot of his last fight against Christian Leroy Duncan uh, at London last year. Yeah, I'll pick Shabazian.
Mm. Next
Obviously the
fight.
fight underneath Cameron Saman. Obviously Cameron Saman, however you say it, was undefeated till he lost against Christian Rodriguez,
It was a
who
very
just
good
fought
fight.
last weekend. Yeah, it
Mm.
was it was very high level. I still rate Cameron quite highly. Obviously, he trains with Duplessis.
Mm.
I still think he's very good. Fighting Peyton Tabit, which
Undefeated.
yeah, it's just, yeah undefeated, second fight in the UFC. Got a rear naked choke last time. I think it's going to be one of those fights where, like, obviously the not both not very known, both not very high ranked or anything. But I think it's going to be a high level fight,
Mm.
and I think it's going to be close. But I've picked Simon. I've edging it to him.
Oh, yeah, I've gone with the South African as well.
So how are you going to beat me when we're picking the same picks, Carl?
They didn't plan that.
You're just copying.
I thought he's the underdog. I thought you would have went with the undefeated favourite.
Nah, I went with Cameron.
All right,
Right,
Billy.
well, you better not have
Billy
went with Billy
Quarantino.
Quarantino.
How are you expecting me not to go for Billy Quarantino?
Because Gabriel Miranda, he's...
Because you know why I'm not going for Billy Quarantino?
Why?
Because I'm going with my boy Gabriel. My
Why?
boy Gabriel.
Explain your pick.
Because, Brian, do you know why I'm going with my boy Gabriel?
I can see you reading. I can see you looking for
No,
something.
I had a look
Your
research.
eyes are wandering.
I can just see him getting the win.
Why?
I had a look before, and he did have a lot of time. I think he fought in the UFC previously, and then he's won 3 in a row in a different promotion.
Right.
And so this is his comeback to the UFC. And we all know we've had some big fighters come back to the UFC. Brandon Moreno is one of them that have got cut, come back, and done very well.
Yeah.
So I'm going with my boy Gabriel.
Yeah. I mean, Billy Quarantino's last 6, he's lost 1, lost 1, lost 1. So if he keeps going on that record, that means he should be losing this one. But
Exactly.
I've gone with Billy. And obviously the fight afterwards, you got Luis Paello, who's coming from Contender Series, and Fernando Padilla, who's coming off a
Khadija.
loss. Yeah. I've gone with Fernando Padilla.
Nice. I
Isn't
like
too
that.
much reason behind it. I don't know much about these two.
I've gone
But
for Paolo.
okay, so we've got slightly different picks.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get a few
The
points because
comeback,
we
the
both know
comeback,
you
the
fucking
comeback
need
is
it.
on.
You absolutely need a couple of points. You're desperate for them.
I'm not.
It's getting embarrassing, Carl.
It's getting embarrassing. It's March, Ryan. It's March.
It's March and I'm already 8 ahead.
Yeah, which means I could be 8 ahead soon.
No, you were talking about July. I'll be 16 ahead by then.
Oh, well, yeah. 100 quid, you'd be 6. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But I think, obviously, it doesn't seem so stacked. I think it's going to be a fun little card.
They're always fun little cards, aren't they?
No, they're not always fun little cards. That's why I was complaining about it
Give
last
me
week. 'Cause
one
they're not
bad,
always fun
really
little
bad
cards.
card.
What?
Yeah, but the unknown ones are always
I
fun
could
little
name you 5
cards.
bad cards from this year.
It's only been about 10 cards this year.
Exactly. January, all of January. That was shit.
January was hard work, wasn't it? January was a hard
Until
one.
Volk Taporia, it was kind of...
Yeah, well, I saw something the other day of Spain getting that announced. So we'll see.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So hopefully that can get done. He's on a mad media tour right now. Going to
It's
Spain,
going to
going
be
to Georgia.
expensive, but I would really like to go.
I think I'm definitely going to one. Probably
one?
Manchester, because then we can just drive back up. But
Well, just like on the night, yeah, don't have to pay for a hotel or anything. But the tickets are going to be more expensive than like last time. We're still probably looking at like £400 a ticket.
yeah, but I just think if they're going to England twice, they're going to Spain. I've got to go to one. Got to go to one.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
I'm down.
Well, thanks for listening. You're going to do all the links, all the plugs.
Yeah, Twins Talk MMA on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, MMA Twins Talk on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow, like, subscribe, comment.
All that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.
See you later.